Happy Monday. We are just leaving the gym. We had a pretty good workout. We did 8:30 to 9 with our trainer, and then we worked chest today and triceps and got in some shoulder. And then I went and did 18 minutes on the elliptical and another 12 minutes on the stair climber, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm now going home. We've got a lot of work to do today. It is Monday, where I usually have no meeting Mondays, but I had to have some interviews done, so we just went ahead and decided to just put them all on Monday. That was going to be the easiest way for people to find time on my calendar. So I'm not Robert Herjavec, where we're going to be flying jets going from one place to the other, but you'll be able to see behind the scenes of what typical entrepreneur life looks like for a small business owner. I am one of those people that know where people are now, like the Robert Herjavecs of the world, the Grant Cardones, the Oprah Winfreys. They didn't just get there overnight, okay? It took little things that continue to just snowball into the success that they have. So I don't count any of it or disregard any of it. I just know that one day it's going to mount up to even bigger than what I have now. And I don't preferably want to be a Robert Herjavec or Oprah Winfrey with that kind of money, even billions and billions of dollars. We can talk about that another time. So we will talk about that another time, because I think it's important as an entrepreneur and even as a non-entrepreneur. What is it that you want out of life? Okay, like, what is your goals? How much money do you actually want to earn? What do you want your net worth to actually be? So we'll spend some time talking about that. But right now I need to get home and shower and get ready for work.
Come to peace with, there is always more to do. Chisel it, calm is your gift to yourself and all around. Regulated, life's a work of art. Romanticize it. Live your best life. Simply enjoy it. Being playful, making space to be inspired.
All right. So yesterday I started when I opened up the blog, and I was telling you all that I didn't want to be a billionaire, and I said that I would explain later. So since I got all these dishes to wash, which I almost put them in the dishwasher, but then I said, no, this will give me a great time to talk to you all. I don't know if you remember when I used to do my wash dishes with you series. I had a couple people actually ask me, am I still doing that? I'll tell you what happened. YouTube kept putting me in the search engine for how to wash dishes. And if you didn't know it, people actually search how to wash dishes. So, I don't know. But anyways, yesterday when I made the comment about not wanting to be a billionaire, the reason I said that is because I'm an advocate of to whom much is given, much is required. That's biblical. And it's not that I don't think I have the capability to be a billionaire. I know for sure if I knew now what I did now 10 years or 15 years ago, I absolutely could have done that. But there's a lot of things that I think folks have to give up to reach that kind of a status. And that's not something that I'm really interested in now that I'm 46 years old. And by no means am I saying, like, oh, I could be a billionaire if I really wanted to at this age right now. Like, I'm not going to psych myself out on that, because I couldn't. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the consistency. I don't have the focus to actually do it. Could I develop those skills? Probably. But I know myself, and I just don't have that interest. Now, I do want to be a multimillionaire. I do want to be wealthy. I want to be able to say, hey, I see a need in the community, and I'm not just able to help one person, but I'm able to help the entire community. I do want that kind of wealth. I do want that kind of responsibility, because I know I could handle that well and not necessarily, have to give up so much of the other sacrifices. Now, the cool thing is I don't have kids. I haven't remarried. I don't have a dog. I don't have any biological nieces and nephews. My friends have kids that I claim as my nieces and nephews, but other than that, I don't have any. So I don't have that kind of obligation, but I love my friends. I love my family. Like, I am so grateful to have my mom and my dad and my sister, my cousins, my aunts. Like, y'all just don't understand. Like, I love my people, okay? And so if it meant I couldn't spend as much time with them, or me and Sean couldn't do certain things together, then yeah, I'm just not interested at that point in my life. So yeah, I don't want to be the Oprah Winfrey of the world. Now, I'll take a candy burst. People already tell me that I got a pharmacist intern. She's a pharmacist now, but she says her and her friends call me their candy burst. Now, I could absolutely do that and be that all day long. That's more of my role model type businesswoman. So anyways, I think it's important for everybody to figure out, what sort of wealth that you want. I have somebody that I was talking to, and he's a family member, and he said, he's comfortable with his 6-figure salary. And I asked him, I said, well, if you went to a charity event and they asked you to donate $50,000, could you do it? And he's like, no, I ain't got that kind of money. Then to me, you're doing your community a disservice, because you have the potential to excuse me, I got a cold. Because you have the potential absolutely to be somebody who could donate $50,000, but you're letting your comfort and your need to be comfortable stop you from doing that. And in my opinion, that's selfish. So I want you to start thinking, how much money, how much wealth would I really want to be comfortable, but not comfortable to the point where you settle. When I say comfortable, I mean comfortable for your family, comfortable for your community, comfortable for you to be able to go into charity organizations and be that last $30,000 that they need, and you don't flinch. Okay. So start thinking that way. Just because you've got enough for your family and you think that you're comfortable, but for sure you have the ability to be more and the desire to be more, don't sit there and just settle for, me and my family's fine, and not worry about other people, because that's what it's all for. We're here on this earth. None of this stuff really belongs to us. These God dishes, this God's apartment, we're just renting it all. Even if you claim you own your house, I don't care if you ain't got no more mortgage payments. It ain't yours. All this stuff belongs to the Lord. And that's biblical. God said, all of this is mine. Now, everything under the heavens is his. Okay? So don't fool yourself into here to thinking that you own anything, because you don't. And we're given these opportunities to be able to share with others who are not as fortunate to enjoy some of these things on earth. Okay? So that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is just the wealth mindset. My cousin says she wants me to speak with a group that she's doing a retreat in August, I think. And it's all about letting it go, where they burn certain things in a symbolic fire to let certain things go. And she wants me to talk about letting go of a poverty mindset. Y'all, that is so important. If you don't feel that you can be anything, if you don't feel that you can do anything and achieve anything, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Your brain does not know the difference. You have to teach it. And if you tell it all the time that I ain't going to be nothing, everything I do is going to fail, then that's what your brain is going to assume is real. And you won't ever accomplish anything, and you won't ever do anything. But you need to tell your mind, and you need to believe that, yes, I am a lender and not a borrower. I am the head and I am not the tail. And so when you start talking to yourself that way and speaking life into your situation, then your brain has no choice but to go with it. I'll go back to my Escalade again. It has been on my vision board. It is the screensaver on my phone, which I need to update it now with my real front end of my truck and not a picture of somebody else's. And my brain knew that one day I would be sitting in that Escalade, and it did everything it could to get me there, and I'm there. Next thing on the list is my house. Okay? I want a house, and I want it on the lake. I just don't have a clear vision of what that house looks like. Some days I want it to be big. Some days I want it to be modest. I don't know. But what I do know is I want it to have lake view. I want waterfront property. Okay, I know that for sure. And then I want a big, nice kitchen. Those are the non-negotiables. I got to have a big, nice kitchen and a waterfront view. and I want a nice backyard. I mean, a backyard where I can entertain. I love cookouts. I love entertaining folks. So it has got to have an area outside where I can put up like TVs, wood burning stoves to cook pizza, stuff like that. And if my dad and folks and my cousin Haywood want to go outside, and Mahogany, she likes to fish, want to go out and sit by the lake and fish, while the rest of us are at the top cooking on the grill, I want that to be able to happen. So those are my non-negotiables. About like my Escalade, the non-negotiables was it had to be black. It had to have the light interior, and I needed the short one with the black wheels. That's it. Everything else was extra. So whatever the Lord sees fit, because he already said he can give us immeasurably more than what we can ask or think, then that's on him. I leave it up to God. But what I do want is lakefront. I want a nice backyard and a big, huge kitchen, like a huge kitchen that could take on, like, have 2 or 3 islands in it. I'm talking like a massive kitchen. Everything else, whether it's 3 bedrooms or 5, it doesn't really matter to me as long as I got those non-negotiables. So just start thinking about that. Like, y'all, life is moving fast. And if we're not out here trying to make it intentional and live intentional, it's going to pass you right on by. It's already March the 3rd in 2026. Like, time is moving. And if you don't believe it is, look at some kids that you remember when they were only 5 or 6, or even when they were born. And you look at them now, and some of them are off in the army, some of them are off in college, some of them just starting high school. If you want to get humble about how time is flying, go look at a kid. And go look at how much they've grown, and you be like, dang. My friend Terica sent a picture of her son, and we remember it when he was like a arm baby, and now look at him. He's like 6 or 7, and it's just insane. So I just encourage you to live life. Don't be in this world just existing. I'm a huge advocate of that. I think life is precious. It is to be lived. It is not to be observed. It is to be out here to live in the moment. I tell people all the time, when I die, this world owes me nothing. And I hope in return that I leave it with everything that I can, so that somebody else can benefit from it. So that's why you see me out here telling people what I'm doing, trying different things. And so, is it rational for somebody to run a multi-million-dollar company and also want to sell Medicare insurance and get into network marketing? No. How many CEOs that's doing that? Okay, that's another reason why I know I could not reach billionaire status, because believe it or not, to reach that kind of status, you got to have a certain kind of focus. And it makes sense, because you can't do everything. And I know that now. As much as I've tried, you can't do everything. Something is going to drop. You're going to drop the ball on something. It's just inevitable, because you can't give 100% of your time to one thing. And even when you bring on something else, now it's 50-50, but it's usually not going to be 50-50. Something's going to take 75%. And right now I have a lot on my plate. But I operate great this way, but I do believe I got a tad bit too much on my plate right now. But there's 3 big projects that I want to just wrap up. And it's a project I got with one client on some decision trees. I would not have had to have much of a role in it, but one of my pharmacist employees went out on maternity leave, so I've got to step up in that category. And then I'm giving 2 lectures at South University in Savannah, so I've got to write out what I'm lecturing about. I think one of them is the end of March, and one's in April. So I want to get that is my second big project done and out of the way. And then the third one is not rebranding PCN, but really getting the foundation, the documentation, the new newsletters and things like that, and marketing strategy going for 2026 as we try to pick up some more commercial clients. So those are my 3 big projects that I have got to get done. And then once I get those done, like I'm saying, I'm not in the day-to-day anymore, and it's just more big picture. So I'm going to get there. It's just going to be, the next couple of months are going to be a little difficult, but we'll get there. This is a Factor vanilla latte drink. It's really good. And then I put some of that Starbucks oat milk creamer in it. So I'm not going to chat anymore. Yesterday, I know I opened up the vlog and told y'all we had a lot to do. We had a lot to do, okay? I came home and sat down and started working, and I think it was maybe 9-10 o'clock last night before I finished. And now I did stop to eat, and I watched Bridgerton. And I just finished the last episode of Bridgerton, as you just saw. But yesterday it was work nonstop. There was nothing to see, nothing to show. I just worked. And today we're getting ready to get right back into it. It is 2:14. So I anticipate going to shower because I haven't showered all day. I'm going to go shower, and then I'm going to sit down at this computer and probably work until Sean gets home, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll get right back to it. So, and we also finished the book of Job last night, so I need to do a synopsis or something on it. And I'm not for sure if we're going to go straight into Psalm, because I don't know if I want to read Psalms beginning to end. I don't know yet, but we'll see what's next on that journey. But now I'm tired of chatting. Let's go and finish up everything else.
Come to peace with, there is always more to do. Chisel it, calm is your gift to yourself and all around. Regulated, life's a work of art. Romanticize it. Live your best life. Simply enjoy it.
Hello. Hello, how are y'all? Is somebody here today? That's what that's Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, you alright? I apologize, it's a little dark, but I just leaving the Aloft Hotel downtown. We had a PBR, private business reception, and we only had nobody to show up. I didn't have anybody RSVP on Eventbrite. I didn't have anybody indicate that they were coming on my Facebook post, but I still decided to come anyways. One, because at convention they told us if you have a scheduled PBR, don't cancel it. So even if nobody registers, still go, because what happens is you can actually be there in case somebody else comes through that wasn't planning on going to the event that you may meet, or it also gives you the time to actually work on the business. So since I haven't been able to work on the UWE business in the past couple of days, I took that time to actually make a couple of posts online and have a couple other posts ready to go. And then I also used it to give me some ideas of some posts that I want to do. So when you're starting a new thing, you're starting a new business, don't think that you're always going to have something that is going to be successful right out the gate. Sometimes you're lucky and blessed enough to do that, and sometimes you're not. But utilize that time. Don't say, oh my God, woe is me. I drove all the way down here and nobody's here. Use that time to do something that is going to help build the momentum for next time. If you can tell, I am very nasally right now. I don't feel the best. I did have a glass of wine here. I said, well, at least if I'm here, I can grab a $5 glass of wine for happy hour. Y'all know I'm trying to cut back on the alcohol. I know earlier in this vlog or last week's vlog, I said I was giving up wine and liquor for the rest of the year. Well, I drank wine on Saturday at HJ's 40th birthday party, and I had a glass tonight, but that's it. Haven't had any liquor. So it's small baby steps. You know, it is what it is. I just don't want to get drunk anymore. So we'll just play it by ear. I'm going to take y'all along on the journey itself, but let's go home. I'm just tired. I feel all the stuff in my nose. I just want to sit down and rest. Today has been a very busy day. I apologize that I wasn't able to vlog with y'all earlier. I went to the gym. I left the gym. I went to Tropical Smoothie King and got one of my favorite drinks. Then I left there. I had several meetings this morning, took a shower, worked on some QuickBooks stuff. I had one of my accounts had 107 transactions that had not yet been categorized. Okay, that was just one of like 10. So I had to go in and categorize all that stuff. I was planning to do invoices tonight. The reason I'm dreading doing invoices is because I've got new PO numbers, which is purchase order numbers for 2 of the clients, and I got to go into the emails, figure out what they want me to do, and I just don't feel like it. Even when I tried to do it this morning, I was like, I don't feel like it, which is terrible because we could use the cash flow and the money, but I know for sure I will have it before we have an officers meeting tomorrow at 10 in the morning. So that's the only reason why I am prolonging that. don't want to talk y'all's ear off. Just wanted to come on and give you an update. It is Wednesday, March the 4th at 7:27 in the afternoon. I'm not going to say anything else for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more footage and some better footage. But today your girl just tired. And the message for a Wednesday is just show up. No matter if anybody's there, just show up. And the other thing, I'm going to have an event next Saturday called Coffee and Credit, and I'm going to try it live this time. And me and one of the young ladies or my team members here was talking, and you may have to you have to realize how many people do you have to actually get in front of that's actually going to register, that's actually going to show, that's actually going to sign up. That's how your funnel works. So let's take last week's example. I had 6 people to register, only 1 person showed up, and that 1 person signed up, so that's pretty good. But now you have to keep the momentum and keep the data to see how many you actually need. We're thinking I need 40 people interested in order for 10 people to show up, in order for at least 3 to actually sign up. So those are kind of the goals. So as you're out here marketing and promoting, you want to make sure that everybody who signs up is probably not going to come, but what is that ratio that's actually going to come, and then what is that ratio that's actually going to sign up. So just think about that when you're in your businesses and things of that nature. And I will catch y'all tomorrow because your girl is tired.
Hello.
Good evening. How you? I don't feel the best. No, I got a cold.
Oh.
I got this camera position right because but we'll see. I'm driving, as you can tell. But anyways, we're actually on our way to Hartsville, and we had to stop by the drugstore in Camden so we could get my tax forms. Why my business partner didn't mail them, I have no clue, but I went and picked up mine, and my partner that lives in Charlotte, so I'll go and mail his, and then I got mine. So I decided today, instead of getting back on I-20 and traveling to Hartsville, I decided to come the back way. So right now I'm on Highway 151 South. So we'll go this way just to change it up a little bit. Also, it's less traffic out here. And it's still daytime. It is 5:51. We are approaching daylight savings time, and I am super excited. I prefer the spring forward versus the fall backward method, so looking forward to it. So yeah, we're just out here in good old open road traveling. So I wanted to talk about something that happened to me on last night. I couldn't sleep, and it is very unlike me to not be able to go to sleep. And all week long, this vlog has probably been very boring because I have just been working, and I have been working on a particular project, and it is around building these decision trees that go around prior authorization, step therapy, that kind of thing for the insurance company. And it has just been a lot of work. And I don't know if I said it before, but one of my pharmacists was taking lead on the project, but she went on maternity leave, and so I had to step in, and I should have done more before she went out, but I was really counting on her and the other folks to get it done and complete it, and it just didn't happen that way, and it's just a whole lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I've been doing that all week. And so now it's just getting very stressful because we're getting down to the wire. We got a lot of corrections that we need to be made. It's just a lot. And I couldn't sleep last night. I probably got 2.5, 3 hours of sleep, tops. And so that was just, it was a bit much. And I'm not tired right now, which is interesting. I got up this morning, I went to the gym at 8:30, came home, and because I left my wallet, and went back and washed my truck. And then I had a meeting, we had a meeting downtown or in Casey, and that lasted till about 1:45. I came home, and I was going to work on the next decision tree, and I just couldn't do it. I got an email saying, hey, here's 20 corrections that need to be made. And then I got another email. I was like, you know what? Let's just get out of here. And originally today, I wasn't going to go home to Hartsville and stay. I was just going to go and pick up these dresses and then come on back tonight. But I'm getting here later than normal because I forgot I had to do the 11:30 meeting. And so I decided, you know what, I'll just spend the night, get up in the morning, and come back here about 9:30, so that we can do the community event at Brooklyn Monticello tomorrow. And also, I just want to go home and see my folks. At first, I was going to tell Finn that we was going to go to the Blind Pig so that I could get some deviled eggs, some fried deviled eggs. They're so good. And we may still go, but I doubt it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook my mom some fettuccine Alfredo. She really needs to start eating, and if I'm there and giving it to her, she will eat. But if not, and you leave her on her own, she'll just eat and think she's doing something and she ain't. So I'm going to try to get her to eat as much as I can in the next 12 hours. So we'll see how that is. I called her and she said all she wanted was a pot pie from KFC. So I got her 4 Marie Callender pot pies back here, and then I'll pick up a few of them at KFC that she can eat. So I just wanted to say that it's not like me not to be able to sleep, and I can tell it is stress, and I've got to figure out a way to get through it. I don't have to find a way to get through it. I know how to get through it. I just got to keep going, keep getting the work done, because this is temporary. It's not going to be here forever. Like literally, we're at the finish line, and so I just can't get discouraged. If I do get discouraged, don't wallow in it. But I've got a couple of big things that I just got to get out my way. And then at probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, I said, shoot, when is the time that I'm supposed to do the lectures at South University in Savannah? And sure enough, one of them is March 27th, which is the day before the Camden Cup, which is also the day that we're supposed to do the pre-party for the Camden Cup. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Savannah on that Thursday. Look at the cows. I'm going to go to Savannah on that Thursday, spend the night, do the lecture on Friday, leave Savannah, and then come back to Columbia, go to the pre-party that night, and then go to the Camden Cup on that Saturday. So but when I get across this hump, finishing those 2 lectures, getting these decision trees out of the way, I'm good to go. Like everything else I can handle. So it's just the regular routine stuff that I do with PCN. And in addition to, I want to go out here and do a whole lot more advertising and marketing with PCN, newsletters, all that kind of stuff. So I'll have time to do that, but I've got to get these 2 things out of the way first. The other thing I want to talk about more so for myself is yesterday we had our officers meeting, and our officers meeting, they have gotten to be intense some days, you know, not recently but years past. And yesterday I was proud of myself because every first quarter our CFO, he always blows up and so disgruntled about finances, and he gets so nervous, so bad. I talked to him today because me and him were meeting today, and I said he said I didn't sleep at all last night. I said, well, what wrong with you? I said, I didn't either. He said, just thinking about these finances. And I'm like, dude, quit thinking about the finances. I promise you are fine. We go through this every first quarter. And yesterday, when he began to bulk up and say the things, it didn't bother me. For a second, I almost went back into that mode of, oh my God, here we go with this again. But then I said, you know what, Renata, you've been through this before, and you're always right. God don't play about me, okay? Jesus has shown me and this company favor, and I know it's because we try to do what's right. We have a good product, we have a good service, and we're doing right by our employees. And so as long as we're doing that, guess what? God is going to continue to provide for us. And I hope that as I talk about my testimony and talk about God to them, that when they see that everything always pans out the way Renata says it does, it's not because Renata said it, it's because Renata believes that Jesus is going to do it for her. He don't play about his favorite children. That's just it. And those who are saved are his favorite children. That's just how it goes. So anyways, I was sure to tell him, you know, you had the same conversation last year, and look how we ended the fourth quarter. 2 brand new trucks. Okay, so it's that kind of stuff. So I just want to kind of dump some of this stuff out here this week. I know it's just been a whole lot of talking. It's probably not been a very fun vlog, but this is probably going to be one where I can look back myself and see some of the things. But that's all I wanted to share for now. Is just, you know, didn't sleep too much last night, not too tired today, but this project has really stressed your girl out, okay? And I just want to go home and be with my family and maybe play some cards. Oh, and I went into Publix and I got myself a bottle of wine, okay? I got to have something. Like, I'm trying. I can't quit cold turkey. I probably could if I had more determination, that kind of thing, but I don't have it in me, and I'm just gonna be full transparent and honest. I know I said I was going to try not to drink any wine or liquor from March 1st all the way to the end of the year. It just ain't happening. But I am making a conscious effort to cut back. I drank at HJ's party, and then I went to the Aloft on Wednesday. I had 1 glass of wine. That is so good, y'all. Like, happy hour. $5 glass of Sauvignon Blanc, a really good one. That's all I had was the one. I have had some beer this week, and that was that. But another thing about stress, I've been stress eating this week, okay? I have just eat candy. We had hibachi and wings. The food was phenomenal. I just finished up the hibachi today. Carrabba's. I got these little jerky sticks just now that I love from Publix. You know, just eating. And I know it's all because of stress. So I did give myself grace this week. I was like, you know what, Renata? You went to the gym 4 days this week. What an accomplishment. You only had wine one day when you said that you were not going to drink at all. So I only had one. So I'm giving myself grace. Okay, that's just it. But tonight I probably have no more than 2 glasses, because any more than that, and your girl gonna be out. And I just want to lay down after everything and get me some rest. Wake up in the morning and come on back. But I'm getting ready to just enjoy my mama and daddy and my sister and decompress a little bit, because I know if I would have stayed home or came back tonight, it was just going to be me putting more time on these decision trees. Like, I haven't been going to bed between 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because I'll work on the decision trees throughout the day. I'll take a break in the afternoon, and then I come back and I work on them again until like literally 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I can't do it anymore. I am mentally drained. And the funny thing is, I was watching an episode of Cross, and I said, I don't think I'm gonna do any work today, and the lights went out. I said, well, good thing I wasn't working on the darn decision tree at that time, because it probably would have lost my work. So anyways, I'm not going to ramble on anymore. We're going to keep this going on so we can get on to Hartsville before it gets too late. Y'all like the shades? I got these shades from that thrift shop downtown last week when we left brunch. So I think they're real cute. But I'm going to take them off now because it's getting a little dust dark out here. So I will chat with you all later.
Hearing you play in the evenings, watch you sing in church on a Sunday morning. Yeah. Been finding your strength in the waiting. Been fighting, girl, and you're overcoming. You're overcoming. And I'm gonna be by your side through time. Every mountain you climb, and I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'm gonna be right here.
All right, happy Saturday. It's 9:54, Saturday the 7th of March. We are heading out of Hartsville. It was a quick turn and burn, y'all. I just always enjoy being here with my mama and daddy and my sister. Got here late last night, and well, not late, about 6:45, and I thought my sister knew that I was spending the night, but she actually didn't know. So she said when she drove up, she was like, oh, I'll get to see her before she goes. I said, I ain't going nowhere, because when she came to the door, I had my moo-moo on. She talking about, you drove home in a moo-moo? Girl, no. So that was exciting that she didn't realize I was actually staying. So my daddy helped me out with the pieces I need to make these clothing racks for today. So we got lots going on today. I am super excited. I'm pumped. Last night we didn't do anything. My mama has been wanting this chicken pot pie. So y'all saw, went to KFC, got 4 chicken pot pies. Everybody had a chicken pot pie last night. That was my very first time eating one. It was absolutely good. At first I only had half of it, and because I didn't know if I was gonna like it. Shoot, I went back and ate the other half. Anyway, so did that, and then I bought a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, and I drank 3/4 of it last night, and we talked for a while, and then went to bed. My father, I helped him put the mirror on Finn's vanity, the little mirror that goes in the drawers, because he already had the rest of it done. He's been working on it for 3 days. So last night, just had a good time with family. I just love those folks. So yeah, so today what we've got going on, we are in the Escalade, as you can tell from the beautiful interior, but we are going now. We got a lot of stuff in here. I just made a post on Facebook that says, surely y'all didn't think because it's a luxury vehicle that I wasn't going to use all the space I got. Okay, it's just me, and this truck holds 7 people. I ain't got 6 more people to put in here. So I'm going to use this space for stuff I need. So Finn donated a lot of stuff today for the event that we're doing. So I got a bunch of that in here. I went and got the PVC pipe from the Lowe's in Hartsville, because I figured their Lowe's would be less busy than the one in Columbia, which it was. So we need to be at the church at least by 12:30. Because we're going to pass out flyers at 1 o'clock, and then the event's going to start at 2. I would like to be there by 12 so we can get stuff set up. I don't plan to walk the neighborhood today. My ankle's still giving me some trouble, but I do plan to be at the church by 12, and then it's over with at 4. So it's going to be a quick community event today. We're going to give out some clothes, advertise for the Women's History Month that we got going on, and encourage people to come to church on Sundays, and in particular come to church for Easter. So we got a lot going on today. Just going to be a very laid-back event. We still got to go to Sam's and Staples to pick up the flyers. So the only 2 things we got to do. I was going to go home and change into the Armada, but what I'm going to do is, since I've got so much stuff in here, I'm just going to have Sean drive the Armada to Monticello, and then he can bring the Cadillac back home, and then I can load up after everything's over in the Armada and drive home. So that is going to be the plan. I think I gave all my dresses and stuff to my mom, so I don't have anything in here. I don't have anything to donate because I didn't have anything left. I just cleaned out my closet and gave it all to my mama, who gave it to Miss Carolyn. So I don't know if any of my stuff's in here or not. But either way, I got a whole bunch of stuff back here, so we're good to go. All right, I don't want to sit here and talk long today. I just want to catch y'all up, say happy Saturday, and let you know where everything is going and all that good stuff. I am the vlog that I did last week, I've downloaded all the footage onto the MacBook because I want to use iMovie to edit it, because it was really easy to take the footage from this iPhone and put it on the MacBook, but I haven't used iMovie. I've watched a couple of tutorials. It seems like easy enough, but I really wanted to start releasing these things on Sunday, but what I may have to do is do 2 weeks in arrears, so I just got to get a consistent basis. So this will be my second weekly vlog, so if I can get both of these edited and then start posting one, and then I'll have enough content to post for again, and then maybe do some daily vlogs in there to catch up, because I want to be consistent once I start posting this year. All right, so I'm going to concentrate on driving, and I will see you all at the community event, unless I take you into Staples and where else I said I gotta go? Sam's. I'll probably bring y'all along in Sam's, because we got to pick up some stuff to go with the hot dogs for today. It's gonna be a quick trip though, so I'll see y'all later.
It is Sunday evening at 8:20. We have made it to the end of yet another vlog. It was daylight savings time on last night, so we sprang forward 1 hour, and your girl was feeling it today. Between that hour that was lost and the community event yesterday, I was tired. So tried to watch Lady Gamecocks win the SEC championship, but unfortunately we lost. So congratulations to Texas. I went to sleep on the last half. I already knew it was over. So anyways, got me some good rest, slept for several hours. But we have some work to do. Of course, we've got decision trees to do, but I want to really get back into planning out my week. I used to do that really well on Sunday nights, but I have neglected to do that very well recently. So we're going to do that, and I want to actually use one of my new planners and try to get this week mapped out. We're also going to meal prep this week. I did not order Factor. I probably will pause Factor for a couple of weeks because I realized I haven't cooked in a while, but it has been a lifesaver for the past several weeks when I was just so embedded with work that I just didn't have time. So that's what our main targets are tonight. We're going to do some decision tree work. We are actually going to go ahead and get the update ready for the week so that I can go ahead and send that out first thing in the morning. So we're going to get all that done and then plan out what we're going to do day by day this week. I don't know if I shared last night, but I did book April the 9th through the 12th for Myrtle Beach, one of the cottages. And we're going to go and we're going to recruit people to go with us beforehand. They're going to be agents of UWE on my team. I really want to sew into some other people, really want to help people to build out their business and get some supplemental income, and I really think it was for such a time as this. So I am going to go ahead and get that going. I pulled the trigger on it last night, went ahead and used all my timeshare points to book it because I don't want them to pay anything. In order for them to be able to go, though, they have to make field trainer or above status, and field trainer means you got to have at least 2 people up under you, or it could be 2 agents, or you could have 2 clients. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do that. Looking forward to it like I really am. So we'll see how that is. I know God's going to bless all this endeavor for the people that are going to be served, and then of course I will get residual income from it. But I do believe the satisfaction from just helping people make that extra money, get their credit fixed, have more confidence around their finances is really going to be the true reward. So we don't have much today. I don't want to recap kind of things, but I do want to talk about my experience today in the pulpit. So your girl was the presider at Brooklyn Monticello today. It was such a pleasure, such a joy. I enjoyed myself. Last night I just went over the agenda to make sure that I was in place where I was supposed to be, because everything is always about being done, doing things in decent and in order. I got the privilege to sit in the pulpit with Reverend Betty Brown, who's the director of associate ministers at the main campus, as well as all campuses, but she's over at the main campus, and then Evangelist Rhonda Myers-Porty Daniels. So today was just phenomenal. Like, I just had a really good time. I didn't practice much of anything. I just let the Lord use me today, and I'm just grateful. I had a really good time. So I did get some footage from it, and then I'm also on that social media team, so I need to cut up some of those reels and get some things buzzing for the week. I'm kind of enjoying the weekly vlogs. I've got one from last week that I haven't edited. I'm gonna have this one. I'm going to pick right back up tomorrow and start doing it. And I'm going to keep using this iPhone. Probably pick up more of my DJI this week. Probably incorporate a little bit more equipment, but I'm just going to use what I have and just keep it pushing. So I'm grateful that you all are on this journey with me. I pray that I get more followers, but not just more followers, but the right followers. Followers who's actually getting something from the content that I am posting. And look forward to seeing me on Sunday. Like, I look forward to seeing you all in the comments, and who knows, maybe one of these days I get enough of you that actually want to join me in a retreat or join me somewhere. So you never know where this thing called YouTube, or more importantly, this thing called life, where it's actually going to lead you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great, blessed week, and I will see you on the next vlog.
Up and leave. Take a lot of courage just to live out your dreams. Bigger picture I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future fearlessly. Charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing. Travel the world, raise baby girls, bury my best friend. else. I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Living free. Wanna die when I'm 123. Really wish that all my heroes would notice me, so I could be one of the greats on a big stage in